is there are facts and you don't believe in there being opinions.
Yes, I am saying that there are facts.
This is a scientific fact that if you talk to any biologist, you will learn.
So in biology, they teach you that there's XX and XY chromosomes. So give me a number of how many genders there are.
Hundreds, many.
Unlimited, right?
It breaks down
it's
in so
anything
many
you
more
want
categories.
to be, anything you feel.
No, it's what scientists determine given specific categories.
X, Y.
Why do you need a number if you're
Bingo. Why do you need a number? That's a great question.
You literally have no idea how it works.
Because then you could self-identify to be anything you want at any time.
Literally, biologists are saying that this is the way the gender actually breaks down.
So you would accept the argument that you can self-identify to be anything at any time.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. I don't even know what she's trying to say.
How many genders are there?
Many. It's actually like quantifiable.
How about a number? So quantifiable, good.
No, it's so many because.
Give me a number, any number.
Okay, well the way the data breaks down, this is why you don't understand it.
Number.
You don't actually care about learning. You want one number. There's so many. The way that the
so many not a number.
Chromosomes actually break down with intersex genders and the way that it actually happens. That is the starting point that you learn in like 5th grade. But when you actually do real experiments, you learn that the way that data breaks down when it comes to
Can you give me a number
genders,
or not? Number?
A number? You have 2. That's 6th grade science. When you move on, there are hundreds of different categories.
So what you learn in 6th grade becomes less true as you get older? Like gravity becomes less true?
That is a basic building
Newton's
block
third
that
law
children
becomes less true?
In order to understand the concept of gender. When you break it down into actual
Gender and
experiments when it
sex
comes
are
to
directly
chromosomes and sex, it breaks down into hundreds of different categories that actually differentiate between just 2 genders. What you're saying...
Okay. You know, a lot of college students try to basically assert their intelligence over everyone else, and sometimes it comes off terribly. And I'm not going to speak about this girl's point of view, like whether or not it's 2 genders or 200. I'm not even going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about is that when you have these radical beliefs in any category of life, at least know how to present it, know how to defend it. That's the least you can do. And in my generation, I've noticed it'd be these, radical beliefs, and you would have an extremely hard time defending it. You said it was 6th grade science, and he said, how is it less true today if you learned it in 6th grade? And you didn't even have a response for this, but you just started rambling.
Is there are facts and you don't believe in there being opinions.
Yes, I am saying that there are facts.
This is a scientific fact that if you talk to any biologist, you will learn.
So in biology, they teach you that there's XX and XY chromosomes. So give me a number of how many genders there are.
Hundreds, many.
Unlimited, right?
It breaks down in
it's
so
anything
many
you
more
want
categories.
to be, anything you feel.
No, it's what scientists determine given specific categories.
X, Y.
Why do you need a number if you're
Bingo. Why do you need a number? That's a great question.
You literally have no idea how it works.
Because then you could self-identify to be anything you want at any time.
Literally, biologists are saying that this is the way the gender actually breaks down.
So you would accept the argument that you can self-identify to be anything at any time?
Yes, because literally biologists...
That's what's wrong with not having a number.
There are hundreds of different numbers.
So why not?
Of different ways that gender and
So,
sex
like I said earlier, I could be a bobcat, I could be a fox, I could be a snake.
Literally not even the case.
I could be anything.
No,
you are literally saying that people are
not the actual.
Exactly.
Bruh, I don't even know. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I don't even know what she's trying to say. She's saying it's an infinite amount of genders and you can be whatever, no matter what. But then you just lost everybody. Like, that's just not true. You can't be whatever. There are literal rules in place for genders. And I get the idea that you believe that there's more. If you believe that, that's what you believe. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not in the art of trying to convince you otherwise. Live your life, whatever. What I'm saying is, this is just downright false. There's not that many. And the fact that you're like, this is on a college campus and this is like, they're like fighting him. What he's saying is not even that crazy. Like, he's just making common sense. No, there's not infinite. You can't be whatever. How is this even a debate? Like, it's just common sense to me.
X, Y, 2 genders, 2 sexes. They're directly related.
You're just repeating words over and over again.
Because it's true and you're not disproving them.
I am.
How?
Have an argument. Like, Like seriously, there's nothing there.
No, I know, but it's more
She keeps interrupting.
making
It's
it
good. I
clear
like
that
it.
they are
She
not
doesn't like my
welcome to
face.
be
So
here and
that's
say these things more than I think I'm going to convince him.
I hear you.
I think you're idiots. I think it's mainly to just have an air of like, if you're gonna come in here, you're gonna be uncomfortable and you're gonna have to put up a good fight, which you're not doing. You're really quoting like super basic, shitty science that is just meant to teach.
But
you.
okay, but again, you don't have a number. I just want to recap.
Hundreds. There's hundreds of different
So where would
ways
you
that
put?
data breaks down.
Okay, so the data breaks down in two very simple predominant categories: XX and XY, and that's
No.
no. Oh, so there's not male and female.
I mean, to a certain degree, but there are different ways that breaks down. When you actually get into sex and gender and X and Y chromosomes, it doesn't just break down in the way that there's many different ways.
And how would you categorize society then? Do you think men and women
Well,
are
I would go
categorically
by
different?
specific scientific criteria and then go off of what that's.
I'm a little scared, bro, because this video is stressing me out. Just imagine if she was like in charge of something, like she made like the rules to society. We would be in a crazy position right now. This is just stressful, bro. Like, I don't know how she's able to, think about this all day and tell herself it makes sense. I'm trying to make sense of what she's saying. I really am. But when you say there's this and that, and then there's subcategories under, bruh, like, it just sounds stressful to think like this. I don't know.
Study and that information actually says. You see, that information breaks down into much more difficult and complex things than you can just say in 5 seconds with two different genders. I think what happens is you don't understand science and scientific
Oh, I don't.
backing.
Oh, okay. So
and you just want to
so I
put
can
forth this fascist simple.
Oh, fascist simple. Here we go.
ideology
That's interesting.
that will keep you.
So what is fascist about saying there's two genders?
Is you're just being completely not faithful to
What?
what actual science is telling you.
No,
because you
science
wanna
is
put
quite
forward
simple. That
your
there's
own
a
oppressive narrative
Oh,
about how you
oppressive.
think
So
gender
and now
should
I'm
be
oppressive.
believed.
How am I being oppressive? The truth comes out eventually. So how am I being
Yeah,
oppressive?
you're being oppressive.
How am I being oppressive?
You're being oppressive by denying people the ability to have.
How have I
their
denied
own
anyone
identity.
anything? Okay, denying people identity. People can identify however they want. I'm only going to use two genders. That's the way that
Well,
West.
it's eventually you're the problem and you're going to get pushed out of the
Anyone
way.
who does not identify by like a female or male, you can identify them as an animal. You were saying
No, I haven't said
the way
that.
you could identify yourself.
I think
as a
history
fucking
has sort of
dog
proven
cat.
where your type of people are
No,
gonna
I
do
asked if
that.
I could be.
Okay, this video is not going anywhere. They literally sound like they just smoked on something. I don't know what they sound like. They took something before this. All I will say is this: if you're, why do I even have to say this? We're the same age. You're probably older than me, the college students in this video. But if you have an argument, just find a way to present your debate in a way that at least the average viewer understands what you're talking about. I'm not even talking about they agree with you. But just so they can have something to fight against. Because when people watch this video, what are they even going to say? Like, you haven't even presented a real argument with the real base behind it. You were literally just saying whatever. If you're going to have these claims, find a way, please, to support what you're talking about. Because this is just unacceptable. But anyways, I'll see you on the next one.